What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And for those of you who follow this channel regularly, this isn't exactly breaking news, even though this headline has been making the rounds online in the past few days. It says that Ubisoft has lost 85% of its stock value in the past 5 years.
I'm ruined. I have nothing left.
Well, here on this channel we have covered the stock price dropping like a rock at that company, especially in the wake of Star Wars Outlaws flopping like it did back in August and September. In fact, it's not much of a leap to assume that the slumping stock value of Ubisoft that we covered is what caused the company to push back the release date of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which was originally supposed to come out in November, but they pushed it back to February. It's a pretty safe bet that they realized the controversy surrounding Star Wars Outlaws caused that game to suffer, and they wanted to give us, the gamers, time to forget about all the controversies that they embraced for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
At this point, it doesn't matter, because it keeps running inside my head and it won't leave unless I blow it out with a bullet.
The thing is, Ubisoft has embraced controversy so heavily that there really is no forgetting what they've done to their franchises. PR teams usually advise tactics like what we're seeing with Ubisoft here. They often tell companies to lie low and keep quiet and let the controversy die off. But what they fail to realize is that gamers are unique with long memories and a special commitment to achieving what we want to accomplish.
I am a machine.
We're the sort of people who will continue to play games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, even though we keep dying and failing repeatedly on the same boss over and over. We keep playing, we keep going at it until we win. So, when these morons piss us off by ditching us in an attempt to pursue the modern audience, blatantly pandering to progressives by pushing Yasuke as the main character in the Assassin's Creed game where they finally visit Japan, well, the results are not looking good for this game thus far. Ubisoft corporate ass-kissers tried to do a victory lap this week by announcing that Assassin's Creed is the #1 most wishlisted game on the Epic Game Store, but nobody uses that platform. Over on Steam, where people actually play games, Assassin's Creed is getting its ass kicked. The game still can't be pre-ordered digitally, which is a very bad sign in and of itself, but pre-orders have started to come in for some of the retail stores that I'm in contact with, and the numbers that we're seeing are a splash of reality hitting these Ubisoft defenders right in the face.
Hey, what's that you got on your face?
Huh? Blah, blah, blah.
See how that works?
Alright me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. Alright, so let's take a look at how Ubisoft is doing with Assassin's Creed Shadows so far. We have repeatedly warned these companies that embracing this woke, controversial shit will cost them, and it looks like that may be the case here. Whether you like the idea of Yasuke as the main character of this game or not, it definitely seems as though people are being turned away from this game. Here we are, just a little over a month from the release of an Assassin's Creed game that is one of the biggest franchises in the world, and on Steam, they only have 9,000 followers for that game, and they are number 120 on the wishlist chart. As I said before, the game isn't even for sale right now digitally. I have speculated that this is because Ubisoft is not confident that they will release Assassin's Creed Shadows on February 14th, and they don't want to have to refund customers money again. Now, let's compare the numbers that we're seeing with Assassin's Creed to the other major releases that are coming out in February as Ubisoft's competition, and then we're going to talk about the pre-order numbers for the retail stores. We've talked about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 in this space before. That game has gone well out of its way. The developers of that game have gone out of their way to let us know that they are not putting any of this progressive garbage into their game. And that game has over 111,000 followers on Steam, and it is number 17 on the Steam wish lists, and in fact, it's already number 150 on the top sellers list. Or look at Monster Hunter Wilds, a game that doesn't appear to be embracing any controversy whatsoever. That game will be an absolute behemoth when it comes out. It doesn't release until the last day of February, so damn near 2 months from now, and that game has damn near 300,000 followers. It is number 1 on the wish lists, and it's already the 35th top selling game. Now that is what future success looks like. But even Avowed is kicking the shit out of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, Avowed, as I'm sure most of you know, is a game that was embroiled in controversy last month, using a pronoun system in the game that takes players right out of the experience. And when they were called out on this, Obsidian, the developer, basically attacked gamers. But even this game, Avowed, is walloping Assassin's Creed. They have 54,000 followers, which is less than half of Kingdom Come, but it's over 5 times the follower count of Assassin's Creed. They are number 30 on the wish list, and they are number 1,179 on the top seller list. This is one more reason why I suspect that Assassin's Creed is not on sale yet. It's because they are afraid of letting everyone see how poorly they would fare on the top seller chart. Because you've got to think, if Avowed has over 5 times the followers but can't even manage to crack the top 1,000, then Assassin's Creed Shadows would be much worse than that. But anyhow, I reached out to my contacts in the retail world to see if the game is selling there yet, and it is. Because often, these game stores will take pre-orders no matter what. And the information that they fed me makes it seem like this game is fairly comparable numbers-wise to Dragon Age the Veilguard, a game whose circumstances are definitely similar to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Both of them are well-known and beloved IPs. They come from studios that were once well-respected but have fallen into shit as they became completely corporate entities. And, to top it off, both of these games embraced wokeness to the point that it has become the focal point of any conversation about these games. Anyhow, my first contact is from someone who runs 9 retail stores that sell games, and in those 9 stores, they have sold less than 1 copy per store. They currently have 5 pre-orders, a little over a month removed from the game's release. That is the exact amount of pre-orders that these same stores had for Dragon Age when that game was a month and a half removed from its launch. But, for comparison's sake, they are well behind Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That game has sold 23 pre-orders in those stores. Now, my second contact is from someone who has access to the sales data of over a dozen stores, and in those stores, they have sold 8 copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows. That is trending behind Dragon Age, which was at 11 at the same juncture, and they are very far behind Kingdom Come Deliverance, which has sold a whopping 41 pre-orders so far. The third contact is from a person that runs 17 retail stores. In those stores, they are way behind on pre-orders for Assassin's Creed Shadows, having sold only 2 copies so far. Dragon Age, at this point, had sold 9 pre-orders already, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is blowing Assassin's Creed out of the water here with 47 pre-orders of that game. And my last contact is from a person that has access to the sales data of 5 retail stores. The data for this one is a bit of an anomaly compared to the others. It's the only one that is trending ahead of Dragon Age. Assassin's Creed Shadows has 5 copies pre-ordered in those stores so far, whereas Dragon Age at the same point had only 3 copies pre-ordered. Meanwhile, Kingdom Come has 11 pre-orders out in these same stores. In the end, there are people who will argue that it isn't the controversy that's hurting Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's just the fact that Ubisoft is so hated. These same people refuse to notice other patterns. Games like Dragon Age the Veilguard and Avowed trend far behind normal games like Kingdom Come. They choose to remain blind to this pattern because at this point it is a choice. The pattern is obvious, and we keep pointing it out, but anyhow, they choose to remain oblivious. But what they can't argue with is the fact that Assassin's Creed Shadows, a game that would have sold 5 million copies in its first month no problem if they would have just played it straight and not tried to pander to the progressives, but that game is struggling instead. The fact that it can't be pre-ordered online yet, not on Steam, not on the PlayStation Store, not on Xbox, not on Epic, not on Ubisoft, that fact is extremely troubling if you're someone who wants this game to succeed. I still think it's likely the game will release on February 14th when it's currently scheduled, but I suspect Ubisoft is leaving themselves an out just in case things look bleak. They are leaving themselves an out so that they can change the release date if they have to, and that's why they're not taking these pre-orders. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you guys think? Will Assassin's Creed release in February or no? Drop your thoughts on the subject and some mockery of Ubisoft while you're at it into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.